Okay, this is really emotional for me. So if I forget my numbers or I don't know how to put it on there, please forgive me if you get confused. It's a lot, and try to do my best as I can to keep it organized. So this is 7. So after I filed my complaint, I'm in the bathroom talking with one of my coworkers, and we're talking about the treatment of how people there now. I was talking about the nastiness in the last video, and I got off into 2 incidents that happened before I filed the complaint. But it was a series of incidents of being treated like a second-class citizen, less than criminal, that led me to filing the complaint. So we were in the bathroom talking, and she was saying how people are mean to her because she's a single mother. And although she was whatever, she felt like she was treated like, well, she was treated like that, but it was because she was a single mother or whatever. She felt, and I was saying, black people, freedmen, your ancestors, you have a certain way your parents talk to you. And I was just telling her, I'm like, my mama say she don't care what nobody say about you as long as they don't put your hands on you. And I mean that. I don't care if none of them HOES in there didn't like me. As long as they didn't put their hands on me, they was all right with me. Because once it was there, then it's a different story. So I said that. I didn't say it like that. This time I was super Christian, listening to the gospel, whatever. I got this way. I don't want to say it hardened me, but who cares if they don't like you as long as they don't put your hands on you? So a girl who was listening to was bullying me. Now, she was sleeping with one of my married coworkers who was there. Because at that time, we had other black people join. They started hiring the black people. The girl, again, it was 4 people, 3 POs. The black girl hired after me. So now it's 4 black POs, 3 girls and 1 woman. The woman left. Then they hired another man. And they got another black investigator. So now they had 2 black investigators, 4, so it was 6 of us. And they were sleeping together. And she was mad because me and him was cool. And she was mad because I was cool with old boy. Because a lot of my friends, I got a females friends too. Because I'm that chick. I'm cool with you. I don't have a problem with that. So we cool. She mad because she knocking his boots. And she didn't like the fact that I was cool with him because I'm fine as I am. Like, I'm a married. I don't do that. And she told the girl who had cancer that I said, I don't know what she told her I said, honestly. That I said I was in there cursing. She said I was in there cursing. So that's when the girl came in my cubicle and she threw a file at me. She threw the file at me. I took it to the assistant criminal division manager like, you better get old girl because she throwing stuff. And she went in there and said I'm bullying and harassing her. Now, I don't know how I'm bullying and harassing her because I had a conversation with somebody else about I don't care if nobody in here like me. As long as they're putting their hands on me, I don't care. My mom, I'm not losing my job. You put your hands on me, it's a different story. So, this was July of 2024. Remember, December, I filed my complaint. They're investigating my complaint. So, all of a sudden, here go July. She said I'm bullying and harassing her. Ain't no evidence, ain't no proof, ain't no statement. I'm being brought up on 2 departmental charges. I'm being investigated for cursing in the bathroom. So my witness is investigated. And this is where I say the fraud comes in. My witness worked there for 11 years. She was a probation officer at the time. She worked there for 17 altogether because she was an investigator for some years before she became an investigator. And she said, she was like, no, Larisha didn't cuss. Like, I don't remember what she said word for word, but I would remember if she would have been cursing. But no, she didn't cuss. They wrote her up on departmental charges because she would not give a statement against me saying that I cursed. Now, the girl who said that the one who's bullying, harassing me, who I have reported this girl several times. Nothing ever happened with that. So now I'm being investigated for 2 charges because she said in the winter of, they don't know, they couldn't give you a specific date. Now, by law, you have a certain time period. It says 180 days or whatever. They don't know. They make it up as they go along before you can bring up somebody in departmental charges. So she said in December of 2013 that I said I didn't like white people. We were having a conversation. A white person was there, and I just came out the blue while she was eating. I didn't talk about nothing. I just said I don't like white people and continue eating my food. Like, who does that in a conversation? So I was investigating on these 2 departmental charges. This is where the fraud come in. They asked a girl, the white girl, she still works there. She's in charge of the drug court. Did LaRisha say this? She said, LaRisha ain't say that. The criminal division manager, who I filed a complaint against, who was being investigated for EEO violation, said, if you don't say LaRisha said it, I am going to write you up like I did the other probation officer. Now, she was written up on charges because she didn't say that I cursed. So the white girl said she said it. She was like, yeah, she said it. Another investigator, the judicial clerk, she said, yeah, she said it. They got 3 people to investigate me. 3 people to give statements to say that I said a racial statement. I was brought up on departmental charge. I was brought up for violating the discriminatory policy. The same policy that I wrote them up and said that they violated. This is what they do. It's not an accident. You heard that correctly. I filed an EEO complaint against my criminal division manager and assistant criminal division manager for violating the discriminatory policy in December of 2013. In July of 2014, I was written up on 2 separate cases. One case for saying a curse word, even though the witness said I didn't say it, and another case for violating the discriminatory policy, the exact policy that I accused them of violating. This is the 3rd time. This is the first time they did it, but they did it several other times. The exact same charge. So I said, wait a minute, it's fraud. I didn't say it. You know, you could get, I don't care if you get 15 people to say I said something. If I didn't say it, you could get whoever you need to get. They didn't care. They were going to testify against me. So at my hearing with the curse word, the girl, the probation officer I was talking to, now I didn't know this at the time because you can't talk about it, and we didn't talk about the charges. I was told she was going to testify against me, say I said it. I was cool with it. I feel as though I'm okay with everybody doing whatever you need to do. If you need to testify against me and lie, you have to live with your outcome. I'm cool with it. You can lie on me till the cows come home. But what I'm not going to do to you is I'm not going to lie on you, and I'm not going to lie for you. And I don't care who you are. So we were still speaking. When she testified, it was my first time hearing her testimony. Number one, she testified that she gave a written statement. She gave 2. She was interviewed twice. When she was interviewed twice, she said she don't know what I said exactly, but I didn't curse. She gave a written statement and said the same thing. She can't remember the details of the conversation, but she would have remembered if somebody was using the words that I was accused of using, because that's not an everyday conversation. So she gave 2 interviewed twice, gave a written statement, but she didn't say, and this is what the criminal division manager at the time, she didn't say the statement that she wanted her to say, so she was written up for not cooperating with investigation. That's fraud. How she not cooperating when she gave 2 interviews and a written statement? You wrote her up for not cooperating because she didn't give the statement that you wanted her to give, and you said out of your mouth in front of the union that you wanted her to say that I said these words, and she said I don't know what to tell you because she didn't say those words. The criminal division manager, she's being sued right now in my lawsuit. The criminal division manager literally told her she was being written up because I admitted to saying those cuss words and that she was lying, and that's why she was being written. So I'm sitting here, hearing this for the first time at the hearing, like, what kind of, these people, they do not mind lying with a straight face, losing no sleep, absolutely nothing. She got busted in another lie at my hearing because she told the hearing officer that my EEO complaint was found, that was completed, and it was unfounded, when that was not the case because it was still pending. So she lied under oath at my hearing. And the union rep who's representing me was getting hit. She was getting a hub like a pair of thongs, baby. Because we knew it was retaliation. They knew what it was. Here I come with these charges. They threw that case out and dismissed it. They threw the case out against her. She filed a complaint against her saying she wrote her up basically because she wouldn't testify and lie. The state let that, it disappeared. They don't want to talk about that. And that's why I say it's fraud. Because you brought me up on departmental charges. You lied and said that she have a statement against me. And it was no proof that I said this. The person, she cooperated with the investigation, but she was still brought up on departmental charge anyway. That is fraud. And this is what this agency does consistently. we're going to talk about